Hello, I'm Annie Sloan, and today I'm going to show you a technique which is sometimes called cottage chic, sometimes it's called farmhouse, sometimes it's called shabby chic, it's rustic, it's a two-tone effect. I'm calling it farmhouse because it's what I'm doing in my new book. It's the word I've used there. And what it is a background of one colour over which I put another colour. Then I wax it and then I rub it through so you'll see the underneath colour. In this case, I've got Givany. It's a really strong poppy colour, and it'll show up slightly more than a very soft colour. But for your own home, you could choose a number of colours. So I know the colours that I think work really well are the sort of rather softer blues and greys, but I also love the Scandinavian pink, which looks fantastic, fantastic with really quite bright. So it's a modern contemporary farmhouse look. It doesn't have to look old school, it can look really modern and strong. So I painted it Givany, that's all dry. I'm going to choose Old White. It's a good colour, everybody loves Old White. I'm going to start painting. So a little bit in there, and glasses on, I think. Much better. And now I'm going to go over. So I'm going to go over everywhere, being fairly generous but not too generous. Don't worry if you miss a little bit, but I would be careful if you want to cover everything, then you can choose where you reveal the blue. I would be generous with the paint, but you know we're going to take some of it off, so you don't want it really thick. The more thicker you have it, the harder it is to take off. So you don't want to go too mad with it. Some people like to leave bits free like this. I don't think that looks very natural. So for me, I like to cover it all and then later on reveal where I want it to reveal. It's all finished now. I'm going to let it dry and then we'll get to sanding and revealing what we've got. So I've given it a second coat because being the strong blue, you may need with a stronger colour or a darker colour to give it two coats. So now it's all even and looking pretty good. Next step is to wax it. Now some people think that you would sand it before waxing it. If you do that, you get so much off. So much paint comes off and then you wax it afterwards and you find you've taken more than you really wanted to. This way, by waxing first, you're controlling what you see. Also, it's not nearly so dusty, so you're much better to do it this way. So I'm going to do it with clear wax, of course. Always start with clear wax. I might add other waxes later. This is my beautiful wax brush, rather sort of slightly pointy, and it works beautifully. It allows you to get into all the little crevices. So now I'm going to go all over, every way. This is a particularly rustic piece of furniture. Not everything that you will do will be as rustic as this. It might be an Edwardian piece or Victorian piece with beautiful carving on it, moulding on it, or even quite a modern piece. So they're all different, everything you do. You'll notice I've only done the front. That's because I'm demonstrating. I would of course paint the whole piece, just in case you were wondering. So I'm doing this all over. I think I've covered everything. You don't have to go mad with it or do it in any direction. Some people feel they tend to do small areas at a time. No, go for it, go for it. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of lint-free cloth and I'm just going to take off the excess. I do that because otherwise I'm going to be starting to sand and there's a lot of wax on it. It will build up on my sanding pads. So just take the excess off. And here's my sanding pad. So I have these, which are really, really good. There's 3 pads there. This is the finest, this is the medium, and that's the coarse. I tend to start with the medium because then you sort of see where you're going. It depends, each piece of furniture is different, the type of wood, the colours you're using. So really just start to wipe softly. So there I'm getting some of the blue coming through. If you do take off more than you want, just paint it again, not an issue. I'd like, because this is quite nice moulding, I'm just using my finger to press there, to pull it down. Now, because this is where the opening is, difficult, I'm going to take more off because that would be in natural wear and tear where the paint has revealed itself more. So I'm going to take the coarse one now, and I'm going to paint. Oh, this is lovely. So I've got a little bit of the blue showing through and some of the darker wood coming through as well. So it should look quite natural. It doesn't have to be. You can make it, you could mark it in all sorts of ways. But we're sort of going for the farmhouse look, as if this has been a cupboard that you've had around for a while and it's been used a lot. And this here, this handle, again, do it where it would obviously be marked a lot. Don't let the wax dry because the wax dries really hard, so do it all in one, don't leave it to dry. Maybe up here where perhaps people might have touched it more, so we'll do some more around here. One thing that you have to be careful of, that you don't end up with a sort of spotty leopard look. So you do a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, all over and very even. What you have to remember is how people would have used it. So down here it might have got a bit of sort of roughness. So it's on the floor, people kicking it possibly. So think about that. So there we are. I think it's looking quite cool. Finally, especially if you've taken off quite a lot of that top layer of wax and paint, I would just go over, don't go mad, just to make certain that you've coated everything again and finished off, because that's of course the sealing, making it strong. So don't forget to subscribe for more tricks, tips and tutorials. Happy painting!